Well, here we go, Adam, and the first match of the night. A somewhat mixed reaction for Jonny Storm as he came out to face PWD champion El Generico.
El Generico from all the way in Tijuana, Mexico. Speaks very little English apart from LA.
Well, I don't think he's going to have to rely on words tonight against a clearly motivated Jonny Storm.
Jonny Storm seems a little bit revitalised. I think, maybe singles competition was his true calling here in 1PW.
There we go, the matchup is about to start as both guys are set ready to be what should be an entertaining matchup.
Certainly should be, fast-paced at the very least.
Storm is being baited somewhat by the crowd. Again, I was surprised by the unfavourable reaction that he did get, as he has been well liked amongst the fans up until this point.
I think the fans have been slowly turning against him over a period of time. You've noticed Jonny Storm has been using more underhand tactics as the shows have gone on.
Also, absent today is Jody Fleisch, his normal tag team partner. Maybe without his tag team partner, he thought he might need a change of tack to get ahead again here in 1PW. He was in the open weight rumble and he was runner-up.
Yeah, singles competition is something that he's extremely good at. But he has been concentrating solely on tag competition for a while now. We're just going to have to see how well he's going to readjust himself to not having a partner again.
Well, he adjusted himself quite well here as he sneaked upon Generico as he was taunting to the crowd with a big stiff forearm to the back, and now he's hanging him over that top rope.
Yeah, again, using the scenario to his advantage.
Storm is obviously a very capable wrestler. He's easily got enough tools to get it done in the ring. I don't know if he needs these underhand tactics, but obviously that's the tactics he's trying to take now. He took a duck, he went for a backdrop, and it's nice arm drag there by El Generico, and another arm drag, maybe trying to beat Jonny Storm at his own game. Generico is no slouch himself. A beautiful flyover arm drag there, and Storm to the outside.
Watch out, I think El Generico's charging up for something.
I wouldn't want to be Jonny Storm on the outside as Generico bounces off. Look at it. Well, it was Storm moved out of the way, and a nice manoeuvre by Generico as he flipped off that top rope back onto his feet. And the fans in attendance are appreciative.
Well, Jonny Storm might be feeling the fall now, but he should be more thankful that he wasn't just crushed into the guardrail.
Yeah, not so much a bit more ring smarts there by the veteran Storm. He obviously saw it coming and took a little sidestep. Well, it's a slap to the face. It's a disrespectful slap. So put Generico right back with the slap right back at him.
Jonny Storm doesn't really respect anybody.
Storm's dropped to one knee. Obviously fired up. Generico one step ahead there as Storm as he ducked the right hand. And now for a big forearm shots of his own. Generico whips Storm into the ropes and a beautiful leg lariat.
Drop kick sending him right down to his knees. Oh, Generico now rolling him through.
It's an early 2 count from Storm. I don't think he was really going to get anything from that, but it's expending Storm's energy using the kick out.
Yes, I think it's just a test for El Generico to see how strong he is.
It's a beautiful scoop slam followed up by the elbow. Again, another quick pinfall, making Storm use his energy to kick out. Although it's early on in the match, it is sound strategy.
Generico's doing the right thing. He's constantly checking on Jonny Storm with these quick pins just to see how much he has worn him down.
It looks like a nasty rake to the eyes there of Generico. Generico's reversed the whip, centre ropes. He's looking for it's a beautiful backbreaker into the pin cover. 1, 2, and it's a 2 count there. It's a very close 2 count.
Yeah, off the tilt wall backbreaker.
It's a beautiful manoeuvre, and he followed it up effortlessly with the pin. It was almost in one fluid motion.
Jonny Storm's certainly been no slouch in 1PW. He was one half of our first tag team champions.
Yeah, again, he really has seen some sort of success in both singles and into tag. That's a beautiful drop there. It was almost, I would say, was it like an elevated diamond cutter type?
Certainly was, yeah.
Obviously into the sit-down position from Storm. Now Storm is looking to take advantage of Generico as he's on the floor.
I thought initially he was going to go for a flapjack, but
yeah, it certainly looked like he took him up for it, but he dropped down. He drove Generico's chin into his shoulder, and now he's followed it up with a drop kick, and now he's taking a leaf out of Generico's, but there with the fast pinfall covers. Again, not necessarily looking for the 3, but just looking to make Generico expend a bit of energy.
After the cutter, he moves straight in with a drop kick to the back of the head and the neck. It's entirely possible now that he's going to start to work all the offense on the upper half of the body.
Yeah, obviously Storm is a veteran of the squared circle. He knows what he's doing in there. He's obviously going to rake the eyes again.
Jonny Storm using the 5 count to his advantage.
Storm pulled him out of the corner, sending him in, shooting him into the ropes. Oh, beautiful low down manoeuvre. He's gone for a pinfall. That's 2 That's a close 2 there for Storm.
I thought he might have had it there.
Yeah,
actually.
it was a big time low down there from Storm, followed up with a stomp to the face.
Working quite a lot on the eyes.
Yeah, obviously, you would think that maybe Generico's side might be slightly restricted with wearing a mask. That lucha mask can't be easy to see through. If Storm can manage to dislodge that somewhat with the eye rake manoeuvres, it's going to be increasingly harder for Generico to see.
It also restricts the breathing. It takes a while for a wrestler to be able to condition themselves, to even be able to breathe properly through that mask.
It's whipped to the buckle, but Generico's popped up onto the top, and a big boot for Storm, who was running in. But Storm's hopped on the rope, he's looking for a top rope. Huge single Spanish fly-type manoeuvres, just flipped off the middle rope against Storm with the upper hand.
The evil side of Johnny Storm coming out to play.
Well, he's taunting the fans. He really should be making the cover a bit sooner than that, rather than pandering to the crowd.
You have to think the whole time he was being nice, it was just all probably a little bit of a lie.
Well, yeah, he said as much as he came into the ring that he was happy to not have to be, as he called it, a fan favourite. Now Storm with the cross arm across the face, driving the knee into the back again, concentrating on the top half of Generico, really, around the neck and eye region.
Restricting the blood, forcing the oxygen out of his body.
Yes, again, it's a follow-on from the quick falls, expending the energy, again to the throat. Can't breathe, you can't get up, you can't win. Storm has now dumped Generico outside. It's through that rope. Again, I've got to question Storm here. He should really be going after Generico. If he wants to pick up that pinfall victory or submission victory, he needs to get at him, not just taunt on the road.
Someone needs to remind Johnny Storm you can't win a title on a count out.
Yes, this is true. He's got to get a pinfall or submission out of El Generico there to become PWG champion.
Sledgehammer blow. Straight between the... Oh!
That's a hard Irish whip into the guardrail, and Storm taking full advantage of a clearly winded Generico.
Storm better be careful here, otherwise he's going to get both himself and Generico counted out.
And he can't win the title that way, as he's hung Generico out to dry on that top guardrail.
Throat first.
Again, still concentrating on that top end throat face region. Again, Storm, I don't understand why he keeps doing that. He needs to concentrate on what is happening in the ring rather than what's happening on the side of the guardrail.
It's a bit surprising. Johnny Storm is a very accomplished technical wrestler.
Well, Generico's popped straight up. Oh! Oh my God, and Generico's just hit a tope onto the unsuspecting Storm, who was, again, looking crowdwards.
Generico spiraled towards the floor head first.
As the crowd burst into that familiar chant of 1PW.
Generico back to his feet. It's a miracle.
Well, we can't see Storm from our point. He's on his feet though now. He's been rolled straight back into the ring. This could be Generico's big chance to take advantage.
Yeah, they call those manoeuvres high risk for a reason. It's a wonder he didn't break his neck on the outside.
So he ended head first over towards Storm, but he seems to be okay as he's mounted the top ropes, a big high cross body, straight to the pinfall. 1, 2, and that's a 2 count. That's a 2 count. It was close to the 3. Generico almost picked up the win with that beautiful high cross body.
A split second away from ending Johnny Storm's dream of becoming champion.
And he's hooked him up. He was looking for a single arm suplex, but he's...
Oh! Michinoku driver number 2.
And a 2 count. A 2 count. You've got to say that's showing a lot of heart there from Johnny Storm. Lesser men have gone down from that particular manoeuvre.
Indeed they have, but we saw how much guts and determination that he showed against Christopher Daniels and AJ Styles en route to becoming 1PW World Tag Team Champion.
Generico had a steam. He's actually caught Storm's boot as he was coming in. It's a double kick away though. It's sent Generico into the corner, right?
Generico was looking for that boot in the corner. Unfortunately didn't get it.
But he's got it that time. It's a big boot. Shades of Chono there as he took the big boot straight to Storm's face, and it's taken Storm down.
He looks like he's out.
As the rabid fans here want to do a champ for one more time.
That's because they're sick though.
He's looking like he's actually going to comply with the request as he shoots Storm again into the corner.
This could be
Storm
a mistake.
Off he's looking for a big... He has hit the springboard Hurricane Rana. He's took Generico down.
And that's what happens.
Wheelbarrow.
It's exactly what happens when you listen to the fans of 1PW.
A high impact DDT off the wheelbarrow. That's a beautiful manoeuvre by
Storm can cover here. I think he might have it, Dale.
This is it. 1, 2, and
just gets the shoulder up.
And that's 2. And Storm was almost PWG champion.
I thought he had it.
I did too. I thought we was going to see our first title change tonight, right here in the first match.
In the opening contest.
And Storm is taking his time.
He needs to work quicker than this.
And Storm's going for that springboard again. Springboard moonsault. It's beautifully executed and hit its mark. In for the cover 2. That's a close 2 count again.
Another 2.
A Storm now questioning the referee's count, but it was bang on the money and it was a 2.
Well, Generico's tough. He's taken on men a heck of a lot bigger than him and come out on top.
But he's not looking good at the moment as Storm seems to be on top. He seems to be hitting him with the high impact moves. Again, it looks like it could only be a matter of time before Storm takes this and takes the title.
Indeed. Stomp between the shoulder blades on El Generico. What Johnny Storm's thinking about here, but he's heading towards the top rope.
And he's just been disrespectful to Generico then. He's wiped his nose on Generico's cape, but that's spurred Generico on with a big forearm. He's hooked him up. It looks like
I think he could be going for the brainbuster.
Brainbuster from the top. This could
onto the top.
This could be curtains here for Storm if he actually hits this manoeuvre. He's got it cinched in, but Storm he's blocked it with a couple of blows to the midsection of El Generico.
Generico's version of the brainbuster actually involves dropping them on the head onto the turnbuckle.
Oh! And that is it's an inverted top rope Frankensteiner.
Good lord.
Well, Generico is out.
Call an ambulance.
I think he's dead. It's a cocky pin, 2 count, but he's rolled him up in a crucifix pin.
It's
He's
over!
got 3. Well, it's a 3 count. Generico's retained on the back of Johnny Storm's cockiness.
Johnny Storm dug himself a very big hole.
The winner of the match, and still PWG World Champion, El Generico!
You share the passion, you share the excitement, you share the yearning to participate, but you don't share the skills or experience. All the wrestlers you see here are highly trained athletes. You are not. Please do not try this at home.